Ubisoft revealed the brand new Assassin's Creed games, and we are not just getting Assassin's Creed Mirage and Assassin's Creed Codenamed Red, the one game which is always requested, the game that is being set in feudal Japan and that has been my dream setting for a very long time. Now, we're not just getting Mirage and Codenamed Red here, we're also getting a game that is being set in ancient China. And I'm talking about Assassin's Creed Codenamed Jade. Now, this game is coming out for the mobile devices, and just because it's a mobile game, it does not mean that the game looks bad in any shape or form. Because as soon as I saw the trailer or the gameplay that Ubisoft revealed, I was actually thinking that this could probably be some kind of a PlayStation 4 or PS5 game. It's a AAA project. But to my surprise, it ended up being that this game is going to be released for Android and iOS platforms, which means it's only for the mobile devices. And it seems like Assassin's Creed Jade is going to be set in ancient China, which takes place during the time period of 215 BC. Now, this game is set between the time period of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins. And it's during the Great Wall time period where you're supposed to be one of the protectors of the Great Wall. And you're going to be playing as a custom created character. So you're going to be having both male and female options. It's going to be a character that you will create for your own. Of course, it's not an online game. It's a single player game. And you still have all of these customizable options. And there are some very interesting changes that Ubisoft has made in Assassin's Creed Jade, because now you can see 8 equipment slots in Assassin's Creed Jade's inventory for your character, whereas in Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins, even in Valhalla, you only had like 5 equipment slots, which already proves that we have so much more of character customization, and there's going to be so much new different types of cosmetic items. And I believe that it's going to be the same with Assassin's Creed Mirage as well, because we have those new trinkets that you can customize in Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I think there's going to be some more stuff that we will get to experience in Assassin's Creed Jade as well when it comes to character customizations. Now, when it comes to the type of game that Jade is, it seems like it is going to be heavily focused towards the RPG system, which is very similar to what we've already seen or experienced with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, from the combat system and from the damage system, and every single thing looks extremely similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, we also have the poison effects, and we have so many different weapons, and each weapons have different perks, different damage systems, and different RPG mechanics and all that stuff. And if I have to be honest, for a mobile version of a game that is an Assassin's Creed game especially, I think just going full-on RPG is just way too much in my personal opinion. But I know that some people might actually spend way more time when playing mobile games rather than just having a small story mode and then just getting over with it. So I think that's probably why Ubisoft went on and created this huge RPG mechanics and just released Assassin's Creed Jade to be one of the perfect titles for being released for the mobile versions. Now, surprisingly, it also seems like there is going to be a transmog feature which will be introduced in Assassin's Creed Jade, which is something that I honestly did not expect to be released during launch, at least, because even for a AAA title that comes out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or even PS4 and PC and all that stuff, Assassin's Creed games usually only adds transmog features like a post-launch content or maybe upon heavy request from the community, and that's only when Ubisoft has ever taken measures into adding the transmog feature to the game. But if you look at it, since this game is going to be free to play and Ubisoft is not charging any money, this could also mean that the reason why they're doing this is most likely because they could sell more cosmetic items with microtransactions, and if they have transmog feature, it is obviously going to help them make more money. So that's probably why Ubisoft has added in this feature into Assassin's Creed Codenamed Jade. And now moving on to the next Assassin's Creed game, which is Assassin's Creed Nexus. Now, Nexus is a VR title, and usually when it comes to VR games, I'm not a huge fan of VR games as of now because I don't personally think that VR games are still up to the mark. But when it comes to Assassin's Creed Nexus, it's just completely different because the information that I got to know about Assassin's Creed Nexus has actually convinced me to purchase a VR headset, especially to just play Assassin's Creed Nexus here. And I think I'm going to be sharing all of those informations so that maybe some of you might change your mind if you think that Assassin's Assassin's Creed Nexus is not your cup of tea, maybe it could be different once you end up finishing this video. Maybe you might have different perspectives about this game. Now, first off, in Assassin's Creed Nexus, you're going to be playing as three major characters that we already know. The first character is, of course, going to be Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, you can play as all the different three characters, and apart from Ezio, you're also going to be able to play as Kassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. Now, the best thing about Assassin's Creed Nexus is that you're not just playing as a character skin, whilst you're actually playing the game as that particular character, and each of these three characters are going to have different storylines, and the storylines are going to be connected from Assassin's Creed 2 to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and all the way to Assassin's Creed Revelations if you're playing the story of Ezio. And then when you play as Kassandra, you're going to have a story of how Kassandra ended up getting the hidden blades. Because if you look at the gameplay trailer that Ubisoft showed off for Assassin's Creed Nexus, you can actually see that we're going to be able to use hidden blades as Kassandra for the very first time. And even in the AAA games for the PlayStation 4 and PS5, Kassandra could never really use the hidden blades up until this point. This is going to be the first time you're going to be able to use Kassandra's hidden blades in the game. And playing as Connor, you're once again going to experience a completely different storyline. So the story is basically split apart into all of these three different characters, which already intrigues me to see what more Ubisoft has put into this game and what kind of a storyline are we going to be experiencing with Assassin's Creed Nexus. And when I'm talking about the camping and single player storyline, it actually means, and just because it's a VR game, it does not mean that the camping is going to be really small, because Ubisoft has confirmed that this game is going to be as equally big and the camping is going to be as huge as the AAA titles that we've been playing for all these years. Now, not only are we going to be experiencing the history of Ezio, Connor, and Kassandra, now Ubisoft has also confirmed that there is going to be modern day gameplay where we're going to be playing as one of the Abstergo guys, and apparently the story goes on like you're going to play as one of the assassin underground agents, where you're the secret agent that is going to be part of Abstergo and you're trying to stop them, and you're going to sneak around trying to collect data from Abstergo and the Templars, and you're going to be helping the assassins in the future generations. So it seems like we're not only going to be playing as the assassins, we're also going to be able to play as the modern day characters, which actually is a great add-on for the game if you look at it from a positive perspective. I know that a lot of people are not really excited when it comes to modern day storyline, but I think when it comes to a VR game, that will kind of be a different change from perspective of how you're going to be experiencing the ancient times and then getting to experience the modern generation, I guess. Now, Ubisoft has also confirmed that it's not going to be an open world game like all the Assassin's Creed games. However, it's going to be an open map, which is completely designed just for the VR models. So you basically can't just run around the map into any places you want. It's going to be one particular map. It's going to be like a big map where Ubisoft has already pre-planned and they've just scripted out the entire gameplay, and you as players are pretty much just going to experience playing as an assassin. So that's pretty much it. So it's not going to be an open world game. So I know that a lot of people have been expecting the VR title to be a full-on open world. So that's going to be a disappointment if that is something you guys are looking forward to. Now, in the gameplay, we actually got to see some very cool assassinations. Now, all the different things that you can experience and play in this gameplay is number one, assassination, and you're also going to have social stealth, which players will have to physically get involved in all of the social stealth system, which I'm really curious to see how it's going to be working out. Now, we also have throwing knives, which you can use as Ezio, Kassandra, and Connor all together. And then we have sword fights, which both Kassandra and Ezio are going to be able to do it. But when it comes to Connor, you're only going to be able to play the game with a tomahawk, so it's going to be different playstyle, different weapons for each characters. And the good thing about Connor is that you will be able to use bow and arrow, so that's something I'm super excited for, to use it on a VR headset, because we're going to have some very funny clips that we could just record with all of those VR bow and arrow footage, especially with VR games, because I've seen a lot of VR games where you can use the bow and arrows, man. It's just really cool thing, I guess. And of course, you can also use the hand-to-hand combat. You're going to have parkour system. Now, before we get into the parkour systems information, there's something that I think you guys are going to be disappointed in, the way that the game's movement system is going to be working. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the movement system in Assassin's Creed Nexus, it seems like the game is not going to feature a controller type of a movement system where you can pretty much just control your entire character. Whereas the game will now offer a teleportation kind of a movement system where you just look at some spot and then you're going to be teleporting into that particular location. So that's basically how the movement system is going to be working out. It's not going to be like how we have expected or played in the new Horizon game that was a VR game where you basically could control your character using the controllers. So that's not how it's going to work, and Ubisoft says that the reason why they chose this kind of a perspective is because they wanted to avoid motion sickness, because I get it, when it comes to an Assassin's Creed game, most people are going to be motion sick if you have to just move your arms and legs in order to just move your character, I guess so. But I would honestly suggest that if Ubisoft could just add an option where you could just toggle on and off for this a special system, because I know that a lot of people are going to prefer manually walking around the city in order to just have a more realistic experience. And I think that is something that a lot of VR fans are going to be disappointed about, and I think that's also a good thing for some people. It's just completely up to your perspective. So let me know down below in the comments, what type of a gamer are you? Are you someone that would prefer the teleportation method, or are you someone that would actually want to walk? And with this comes two of the big Assassin's Creed games that I don't think I've covered on this channel as of now, because I was just too busy covering all of the AAA games like Assassin's Creed Mirage and Codename Red, and a couple of other AAA Assassin's Creed games that is coming up. But a lot of you guys in the comment section have been stating that Blackwoods, you need to cover some topic about Assassin's Creed Codename Jade as well as Assassin's Creed Nexus. So finally it is here, and this video is just for you guys who have been requesting for this particular video. So let me know down below in the comments, are you guys going to be playing Assassin's Creed Codename Jade and Assassin's Creed Nexus? Will you make the decision of buying a VR headset just for Assassin's Creed Nexus? Because I think that I'm going to be creating content and whatnot. That is probably one of the reasons why I'm going to be buying a VR headset just to play Assassin's Creed Nexus. I would love to know your opinions, your thoughts down below in the comments. So please feel free to go ahead, let me know all of those things. And if you guys have gone and enjoyed this video, please make sure to go ahead, smack that big fat like rating. It really does help the channel out. It helps me as a creator to create better content. It gives me motivation to bring better quality content for you guys. And if you guys are interested in watching some gaming videos like open world games, news coverages, and all that stuff, I cover all of those things on this channel. So if that is something you guys are interested in, make sure to go ahead, subscribe, and also turn the notifications on and set it to all so that YouTube can keep notifying you guys as I upload videos every single day. Now with that being said, lads, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.